Title: The Curse of Nana Kofi Ababiom II. I never thought I'd live to tell this story. Sometimes, when the wind howls at night, I hear the drums again. And in my dreams, I still see the eyes of Nana Kofi Ababiom II, those cold, glowing eyes. It was many years ago, when I was just a boy of 12, living in a small village near the great Wassa Amanfi kingdom. This kingdom, ruled by Nana Kofi Ababiom II, was one of the most feared in the land. No one spoke of him openly, not because they were afraid of the man alone, but of the power he wielded, the kind of power that made grown men tremble. The story I'm about to tell you changed my life forever. It's a truth that no one dares speak of, an event that has haunted me until today. It was one of those evenings when the sky is just about to darken and the air feels heavy, like a storm is coming, but doesn't quite know when. That night, something in the village felt off. People didn't talk as much, their faces blank with fear, glancing up nervously at the road leading into the village. The king's soldiers had come again. We always knew when they were near. The sound of their boots, marching in time, echoed from a distance before they even reached the gates of the village. The soldiers were everywhere. They had no mercy in their eyes. I'd seen them break down doors, drag people out into the streets, and leave with empty hands, but this time it felt different. I was sitting on the edge of my family's hut when my mother suddenly grabbed my arm. Her grip was tight, almost painful. Her eyes were wide with fear. "Go inside, boy," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Now!" I didn't ask why. I just did what she told me, running into the hut and sliding the wooden door shut behind me. I didn't know why I was so scared, but something told me I shouldn't be anywhere near the soldiers tonight. That's when I heard the sound of drums. Low at first, like a whisper in the wind, but then growing louder. The sound was strange, unlike any drumming I had ever heard. It wasn't the celebratory beat of a festival, nor the rhythmic pulse of a ceremony. This was dark. This was something that crawled under your skin and made you want to run. And I did run, not out of fear, but because I couldn't stop myself. I wasn't sure what made me do it, but I found myself sneaking out the back of the hut, slipping past the shadows of the trees to get a better view. My feet were light, my breath fast, and before I knew it, I was hiding behind a large baobab tree, peering through the thick branches. That's when I saw them, the king's soldiers dragging a man through the street. The crowd was silent, too silent, like they had already accepted what was about to happen. The man they held, his name was Juma, was struggling, but he was no match for the soldiers. His face was bruised, and his clothes were torn, as though he had been dragged for miles. They brought him to the palace gates, where Nana Kofi Ababiom II waited. The king was sitting on his grand